Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, this is going to be Resimulating Survivor 42. Which I guess this is just a weekly thing now. I don't know how quickly these are going to come out. I wonder like where the cutoff point is. My guess would be like 45 maybe. I think or maybe 33, 43, 44 maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But obviously we have 3 tribes here, and let's start the season. So we got the marooning, the challenger, and then one member of each tribe is tasked to run on the second leg of the relay. Zach, Jonathan, and Jenny, you find the advantage amulets. With 3 holders remaining, the amulets could be played together for 1 extra vote. With 2 holders remaining, the amulets could be played together for a vote steal. With 1 holder remaining, the amulet could be played as a full hidden immunity idol. Vakti wins reward. They win the pot, machete, and the flint. As losers, Ika, I think it's Ika. Is it Ika? I think Ika and Taku, who must complete a Savvy or Sweat challenge to earn its supplies. Ika chooses the Savvy challenge. The tribe will have 2 guesses to count the number of triangles in the brain teaser. Ika counts the triangles correctly and successfully earns their supplies. Taku tribe chooses Sweat challenge. 1 tribe member will use a pot to fill a barrel with seawater. Taku chooses water. She chooses Mary Ann, and she fails to fill the barrel with seawater and does not earn the Taku tribe its supplies. So Zach has the amulet right now. Omer finds the Taku tribe beware advantage. This is a hidden immunity idol, but it is powerless until all 3 holders say a secret phrase at an immunity challenge. The phrase for Taku tribe is, "It's another classic case of bunny rabbit having dinner in the mailbox." Until it is converted into a full immunity idol, the holder will not be able to vote at tribal council. Regardless, it will automatically become a hidden immunity idol at the merge. Jonathan has the Taku amulet now. He has the amulet. And then Omer has the Taku tribe beware advantage. And Jenny has the amulet. The journey. Each tribe is instructed to choose one member to get on a boat on a journey where they would make a decision. The 3 tribe representatives meet at a private summit. And it is Zach, Omer, and Chanel going. Omer and Zach bond, and Chanel leaves a poor impression. Each representative must make a public decision between protecting and risking their votes for an advantage. If all of them risk their votes, they would lose their votes at the next tribal council they attend. If there is a split decision, only those who choose to risk their votes would receive an advantage. Zach risks his vote, Omer risks his vote, and Chanel risks her vote. All of them lose their votes at the first tribal council. No one receives the advantage. Immunity challenge. Omer tries to say the phrase. Not enough cast always repeat the secret phrases to convert the BR advantages. Taku tribe wins immunity, and they earn their flint. Vakti tribe must surrender their flint and can only win it back after the next immunity challenge. And same thing for Ika. So Zach has the amulet, but he has also lost his vote. And we have a Swathi and Tori finding something in common, and they form an alliance. Strength 6. Taku tribe. Jonathan has the amulet. Omer has a beware advantage. but he has also he can't vote. Lindsay and Mariah have a major fight. Jackson is impressing the rest of the tribe. Marianne has a major meltdown. Wow. Chanel has lost her vote, and Jenny has the amulet. Daniel has a major meltdown. Hi and Jenny strong bondly. And Lydia and Mike also strong bondly. And they actually form an alliance of strength 7. Lydia and Mike. Savati Tribal Council. Yeah. Daniel plays his shot in the dark, and he lands on not safe. Here we go. First throw. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. We have a tie. There will be a revote. Those in the tie will not vote. Okay. In the revote, hi, Daniel. Daniel, hi. A consensus between voters must be reached to eliminate Daniel or High. If Shanna, Jenny, and Lydia, Mike, Chanel, Jenny, Lydia, and Mike will then have to draw rocks. A consensus is not reached, so they all drop because the vote is deadlocked. Rocks will be drawn. Whoever has the black rock, the odd-colored rock, will be eliminated, and Chanel draws the odd-colored rock, and she is eliminated. Chanel, trial has spoken, or game has spoken, I guess. So, High voted for Daniel. Jenny voted for Daniel. Lydia voted for High. Mike voted for High. Ica Tribal Council. So obviously Zach lost his vote, and he has the amulet. Romeo uses shot in the dark, and he lands on safe. First vote. Romeo does not count. Romeo does not count. Romeo does not count. Romeo does not count. There's a revote. Here you go. First vote on the revote. Drea, Tori, Drea. There is a tie. Those in the tie will not vote. Okay, first vote. Tori, Drea. There's another tie. A consensus between them. A consensus is not reached. Okay, so there's 2 rock draws in one day. And Swathy is rocked out of the game. 2 rock draws in episode 1? Imagine if that actually happened. That'd be kind of insane. So Drea voted for Romeo. She voted for Tori on the revote. On the first revote. Roxroy voted for Romeo. He voted for Tori on revote 1 and 2. Swathy voted for Romeo. She voted for Drea on revote 1 and 2. Tori voted for Romeo. And she voted for Drea on revote 1, but couldn't vote in the next one. So, there you go. Kind of an interesting start to the game, I guess, because there's 2 rock draws in episode 1. But we have, Zach has the idol, or the amulet. Omar has a beware advantage. We got this alliance still going on. Immunity challenge. Omar tries to say the phrase again. Taku wins immunity, and they keep their flint, and they also win fishing gear. Vati also wins immunity, and they win some fishing gear, and they also earn their flint. And Ica still does not have a flint, and we'll be going back to Tribal Council. Oh, Tori finds a bear advantage. Potatoes have skin. I have skin. I have potatoes. That's the phrase that she has. I'm not going to read that whole thing, because it's basically like the other beware advantage. So, but she can't vote now until the full form. Romeo and Zach bond strongly. Omer has a major meltdown. Jonathan and Omer find something in common. It has a lasting impact. And Jackson and Jonathan have a minor disagreement. So, yeah. And then Hi and Jenny have a small fight. Ica Tribal Council. Roxroy uses shot in the dark. Lands on not safe. I'll read the votes. First vote. Drea, Roxroy. Roxroy? How is... Out with 2 votes. Okay. So Drea voted for Roxroy. Romeo voted for Roxroy. Zach voted for Drea. Interesting. Okay, episode 3. Things been going well here. High finds Beware advantage in his phrases. There's such grace in the game as of soccer. It makes me cry. Didn't these people find the Beware advantage in the actual season? Like, who actually found it in 43? I can't remember. Everyone says their phrases in the Beware advantage. Advantages are now converted into full idols. Yay! Taku wins immunity and they keep their flint, and they also win a toolkit and fruit. And then Vati tribe wins immunity. And they keep their flint. And then Aika going back to tribal for coming in first place. Taku can select one member of the Aika tribe to attend the journey. They must also select one member of either Taku or Vati. So Romeo, who is going for Aika, and Hai is going for Vati. On their journey, I have the private summit. They bond. They must make a public decision. Yeah, okay. They both risk their vote, and they both lose their votes. Okay. So Romeo lost his vote. Tori has an idol now, and Zach still has the amulet. Drea and Romeo have a major fight. Drea has a small, and Tori have a small fight, and they also have another minor disagreement. So Drea's really just getting into fights with everybody. Very interesting. When did he lose his vote? Isn't his idol now a full thing? One moment, guys. Alright, sorry about that. Where were we? Here. Jackson and Elmer bond slightly. And Lindsay rests at camp to restore her energy. I thought, when did Elmer actually lose his vote now? Because, like, still lose his vote? Because I think we're starting to see some of the bugs with this. Because I don't think he actually lost his vote. So he wasn't on the journey. Right? Like, he went on the journey. Yeah, it wasn't him. Either way. Lydia has a major meltdown. Tribal Council. Romeo lost his vote. Zach still has his amulet. Tori has an idol. Stray uses the Shot in the Dark, lands on safe. Tori uses her idol. Any votes cast against Tori will not count. Alright, the votes. First vote. Drea does not count. Drea does not count. There was a tie and a revote. It was in the vote. Unless, okay. Zach, Romeo. What the fuck? There will be a tie and a revote. Again. Romeo. Zach, another vote. Okay. Zach is sent home. Okay, so okay, a consensus between voters must be reached to eliminate either Romeo or Zach. If not, Drea, Romeo, Tori, Zach will have to. Okay, that's completely wrong. Like, okay, because Zach, if there wasn't a consensus, Zach and Romeo become safe, right? And Tori also has the idol. Yeah. So everyone's fucking safe if it's that case. If we're really going on that case. Since there was just one decider, a consensus is reached to send Zach home. So, yeah, because she isn't in the tie. So it's just Tori, because even though she played an idol, it really was just her decision. But if she couldn't come up with one, then everyone becomes safe. So what would they do in that situation? Does everyone go to fire, or does everyone like what? I don't know. But obviously Zach just kind of gets screwed over there. So Tori voted for Drea, and then she voted for Zach on the revotes, and Zach voted for Drea and voted for Romeo on the revotes. I'm having hiccups now. Beyond, like, this is kind of a wash of a video, I think. Taku wins reward. They also win 10 fish, and I don't know if I was secretly hidden a camp. Fati tribe wins immunity. Taku wins immunity. And, Aika still does not have their then Tori is impressing the rest of the team, and Romeo has a major meltdown. This is kind of interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Jonathan finds the idol nullifier. This must be played by him while voting and negates a hidden immunity idol played on targeted player. So now he has an idol and a nullifier. And Omar, Omar should have a vote, right? His idol is now valid. Marianne has another meltdown. Jonathan and Lindsay bond strongly, and Jackson and Marianne have a minor disagreement. There's an alliance, strength 6 of Jonathan, Lindsay, and Marianne. Vati, Jenny, Lydia find something in common. Jenny and Mike have a small fight, and Daniel is impressing the rest of the tribe. Tori loses shot and dart, not safe. First vote, Romeo, Tori. There's a tie revote. Listen, okay. It's Monday. Since someone in the okay, so Romeo can still vote because Tori lost her vote now, right? Okay, so Tori just goes. Romeo, Tori. Okay, never mind. A consensus between voters must be reached. Okay, if not, Drea will be eliminated by default. Why is there so many fucking rock draw situations? And Romeo sent home. Okay. This is kind of weird. Drea voted for Romeo. She voted for Romeo on the revote. Romeo voted for Tori. He voted for Tori on the revote. This is really convoluted. I'm not gonna lie. Are they gonna swap? This is like exactly what happened in the last one. The Strength 5 Alliance. I think that one's just gonna collapse at some point, or someone's gonna leave. Taku wins immunity. Vati wins immunity. They also win tarps. Oh, and Taku wins the rope too. Like it's going back to tribal council. Then we got the journey. They select Tori and Hai are going on the journey. Tori protects her vote, and Hai protects his vote. Drea and Tori bond strongly, and they also have a small fight. This is kind of interesting. Not gonna lie. Jackson and Omer have a small inner disagreement. Lindsay and Omer have a small fight. Jackson and Jonathan have a major fight. Marianne works hard at camp and becomes tired. Hai is impressing the rest of the tribe. Tribal council. Drea. Okay, like, they can't vote for each other. Drea. A fire-making challenge will occur since. Yeah, okay. And Drea tried spoken. Okay, why did they even vote in the first place? You can't, like, because they can only vote for each other. So it just has to be fire making. So Drea goes home, and you just go to Morton Tori, I guess. Okay. This is now strength 8. So their bond is getting better. Okay, earn the merge! I can't believe it! The final 12 players will be divided into 2 teams of 5. One team will win individual immunity, a spot on the merge, and all players will attend tribal council, and only the members on the losing tribe are eligible to be voted out. Mini challenge. Team 1 consists of Hai, Jonathan, Lydia, Marianne, Omer. And then Team 2 is Daniel, Jenny, Mariah, Mike, Tori, and Jackson and Lydia are the odd ones out. And Team 2 wins immunity, spawn the merge feast. They must pick one of Jackson. They choose Jackson to join them. And I guess Lindsay's going to Exile Island. This is kind of not even... I'm not really interested in this one. I'm kind of like losing interest in this. So Hai still doesn't have a vote. Omer should have a fucking vote. I don't know why Omer doesn't have a vote. Marianne has a major meltdown, and yeah, I knew this alliance was probably gonna break. It went back up to 6 though, but Marianne left. Omer joins this alliance, so okay. And Jenny rests the camp. Lydia's on exile, or Lindsay's on exile. She can choose to decide. He did the hourglass. What is she gonna do? See what she does in episode 7. Oh my god. Things are going fine here. She decides to reverse the challenge results. Lindsay and the losing team are now immune from the vote. The winning team and Jackson are now vulnerable and will have to compete for immunity. Jackson wins immunity. Status. This is kind of just boring. Jonathan and Lydia bond strongly. Jackson has a major meltdown. He has another major meltdown. And Omer just leaves this alliance. So they just kind of hated Omer. Maybe. Tribal Council. Let's see. Hai and Omer have the... Okay, I don't know, where did Omer lose his vote? Because he should still have it, right? Unless he went on a journey and, like... or something, and, like, lost it. I can't remember. No one stands. I'll read the votes. First vote, Jenny, Mariah, Jenny, Mariah, Mariah let it out. So I really reading. Let's go down to the bottom. I don't really read through everybody. So, people who voted for Mariah, Jackson, Jenny, Jonathan, Lindsay, Lydia, and Mike, and people voted for Jenny, Daniel, Mariah, Marianne, and Tori. The Kula tribe. This is still an alliance. So they basically just kicked out Omar. And Jonathan and Lindsay still have their alliances. Reward challenge. I don't really care. He doesn't participate. He finds the secret of advantage though, and it is the knowledge of power. Group 2 wins immunity or wins reward. They win the peanut butter jelly sandwiches and potato chips. Tori wins immunity. Oh, this is the rice negotiation, and no one sits out. So High has no knowledge power now. High and Lydia bond slightly. And this alliance of Jenny, Lydia, and Omer forms. And that's probably not going to last that long because it's strength 6. Who knows? A lot of people have stuff on this. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I'll read the votes. No one stands. First vote, Daniel, Jackson, Daniel, Jackson's voted out. Daniel voted for Jackson, High voted for Daniel, Jackson voted for Daniel, Jenny voted for Jackson, Jonathan voted for Jackson, Lindsay voted for Jackson, Lydia voted for Jackson, Marianne voted for Jackson, Mike voted for Jackson, Omer voted for Jackson, and Tori voted for Jackson. There we go. Things going fine here. This is now a Strength 9 alliance. This is Strength 8. This is Strength 5. This is definitely going to collapse very soon. Maybe Lydia and Omer just don't really like each other. Unity challenge. What? Oh, this is the split tribal. It was like, this is weird. Okay. High. Team 1, we have High, Jonathan, Lindsay, Marianne, Omer. Team 2, Daniel, Jenny, Lydia, Mike, and Tori. And Lindsay wins immunity, and Jenny wins immunity. And reward for the tribe, and it is beef and veggie kebabs. And the vote in the right to, what was it? I just want to see. And the rights for their team to vote second. Okay. That was okay. Okay. High and Lindsay bond slightly. Marianne's impressing everyone. Lindsay and Marianne find something in common, and Marianne is working hard and becomes tired. Jenny and Lydia have a minor disagreement, and Daniel and Jenny have a major fight. So Jenny's getting into fights now. They both have lasting impacts. Okay, first community challenge. Everyone has a bunch of stuff. Okay, Omer uses immunity idol. Any votes cast against Omer will not count. High uses immunity idol. Any votes cast against High will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote. Omer doesn't count. Omer doesn't count. Omer doesn't count. High doesn't count. High doesn't count. There's a vote. You vote. There is a tie and a revote. And the tie will not vote unless no one receives votes at the original council. This is okay. First vote, Marianne, Jonathan, Marianne's voted out. Okay, so that basically her hard work really did nothing. So High voted for Omer, and then he voted for Marianne. Jonathan voted for Omer, and then Marianne. Lindsay voted for Omer, then Marianne. Marianne voted for High, and then Jonathan. Omer voted for High, and Marianne. And then the next tribal council, the next one. I'll read the votes. First vote, Tori, Daniel's voted out. And it's unanimous, so don't really need to go into that. Episode 10 now. Got these alliances still going. High wins reward, and he shares it with Lydia and Jenny. It's a trip to the sanctuary for pizza, drinks, and loved one videos. High wins immunity. Good for High, I guess. Jenny and Mike have a major fight. Lindsay is impressing the rest of the team. Jenny and Omer have a minor disagreement. This alliance of Jenny, Lindsay, and Tori form. Interesting. Tribal Council. Mike uses shot in the dark. Not safe. Lindsay uses her shot in the dark. Not safe. I'll read the votes. First vote, Lindsay, Omer, Mike. Mike's voted out. High voted for Mike. Jenny voted for Mike. Jonathan voted for Omer. Lydia voted for Lindsay. Omer voted for Lindsay. Tori voted for Mike. Episode 11 now. The alliance is going okay here. Okay. Immunity challenge. Oh, this is the do or die. Okay. I won't go into fee. Like, do or die. The people have a chance to sit out. Omer and High sit out. Tori is eliminated first and will be subject to do or die. And Lydia went to immunity. That's kind of weird. Jonathan and Lindsay find something in common. Jonathan works hard at camp. And Lydia is medically evacuated from the game and due to an injury. Lydia is no longer in the game. Tribal counselor is canceled. That kind of came out of nowhere. Got all these going on. These two alliances are probably going to break up soon, I think. Omer wins rewards, chocolate cake and cookies, and he chooses to take. He can choose between that and grilled chicken and vegetables. Okay. Omer shares it with Jenny, Jonathan, and Tori. Jonathan wins immunity. Good for him. High and Tori bond strongly. Jonathan and Lindsay have a major fight. It has lasting impact, and we got this alliance at strength 6 that is formed of High, Jonathan, and Omer. Interesting. Tribal Council. What people gonna use stuff? Please, it's like some of your stuff is going to like expire here. Like the Idle Nullifier, I'm pretty sure that expire. No, that's 5 amulets. Like that can be like. I feel like you could start. Like all these advantages need to be getting used up. Like knowledge is power. I'm pretty sure that has to be used. Okay, High uses Idle on Tori. Knowledge is power on Tori. Yes, Tori. She does not have an idol. No one stands. Holy shit. How's the next round gonna go? That's gonna be kind of insane. I'll read the votes. High. Jenny. High. Jenny. High. There's a tie. High. Jenny. High. High's voted out. Okay. Bye, High. Final 5 taken to a beach. I voted for Jenny. Jenny voted for High. Jonathan voted for Jenny. Lindsay voted for High. Omer voted for Jenny. Then High on the re-vote. And Tori voted for High. Finale part 1. We got these alliances. Wasn't that alliance like a strength 5? And this is strength 4 now. Okay, these are all gonna die. All of them. Except this Jonathan and Omar alliance. Jenny finds the challenge advantage. Jenny wins immunity. She also wins pasta, meat sauce, and she chooses to share that with... okay, she also wins garlic bread, cake, salad, and red wine. Shares the reward with Lindsay. Okay. Are we all going to use your advantages? You should. Right? Jonathan and Tori bond strongly. Jenny and Omar find something in common. Tori and has a major meltdown. And Tori leaves this alliance. Okay, are you going to use stuff? Let's see. Okay. Jonathan uses the Isle Nullifier, and he was... Gated. Jonathan uses his idol. Okay, some people... Okay. First vote. Tori, Lindsay, Tori. Okay. So it's just unanimous. What a fucking boring vote that was. That was really boring. Look at all these alliances. Wow. Strength 8 to Jonathan and Omar. Lindsay wins immunity. It's emotion. Lindsay and Omar have a small fight. Lindsay must grant safety. She chooses to take Jenny. Omar and Jonathan. Jonathan wins. Omar's eliminated. Okay. Fire making showdown and Omar loses. Okay. Final tribal council time, guys. Let's vote. Let's reveal the winner. Who do you think's gonna win? First vote. Jonathan, Jenny, Lindsay, Jenny, Jonathan, Lindsay, Jonathan. Jonathan wins. Good for Jonathan. Okay, Daniel voted for Jonathan, Hy voted for Jenny, Jackson voted for Jenny, Lydia voted for Lindsay, Marianne voted for Jonathan, Mike voted for Jonathan, Omar voted for Jonathan, Tori voted for Lindsay. And there you go. Swathi won the fan favorite vote. That's funny. And look at all these statistics. How many fucking Rock Strong, Revoke Consensus, Lost Fire Making Showdown. That's kind of like insane. Like 2 rock draws. Oh, fire making challenge up here. I guess this is forced fire making. Okay, and yeah, okay. The most challenges anyone won was 2. That's kind of insane. Hy got the most votes, then Tori, then Daniel. I thought Tori got more than Hy for some reason, but whatever. Okay, and I guess we are going to resimulate, because why not? And just we're going to go through the entire thing again. I'm just kidding. Let's see who wins this one. It's Chanel, Hy, and Swathi. And who won? Swathi. Swathi would be a Survivor winner. Romeo won the fan favorite. This is our boot order here. Marianne went out to a rock draw. This is our boot order. Zach would have made it much further. There we go. That is it for Resimulating Survivor. 42. I guess when 43 comes out, I'll do a video on that. But for now, that is the video. Thanks for watching. I don't know when this is coming out. But, yeah. See you later, guys.